let's talk about psychology. Right? Let's talk about psychology. Now, you probably may think, why the hell am I talking about psychology? Like, who cares? Who cares about psychology? Right? Well, let me tell you. You know the strategy. Sure. Supply and demand. Sure. Market structures, higher highs, higher lows. You know all of that. Sure. Yeah. Okay. I know how to execute my trades. I showed you how to execute your trades. I showed you where to put your entry, your SL, your take profits. Okay. Now here's the thing. What if, what if you had a bad day? Okay? Bad day at work, your boss, you underperformed a bit and your boss gave you hell. You're a student and your professor gave you hell. Or you failed an exam and suddenly you're not at your best mind. Right? You're not at your best mindset. You're kind of down. Now, can you tell me 100% that you'll be optimized for your next trade? Right? Can you honestly tell me? So what if you have a 50% win rate at 100% performance? Okay? Imagine this. 50% win rate, 100% performance. You're feeling yourself. You're confident, right? You're feeling good. You're doing good. So you're profitable. 50% win rate is profitable. Especially, if you see our trades here, risk to reward is 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6, right? That is profitable, okay? Now, what if you had a bad day? You had a bad day, right? Your boss gave you hell, or you fought with your partner, right? Life isn't 100% the best all the time, right? That's something to keep in mind. I mean, we're human. Like even I go through bad days. So at 60% performance, what could be your win rate? Let's say your win rate drops down to just 20%. Now keep in mind, 20% win rate, you need a 5 risk to reward to maintain profitability. Okay? So what do? You either increase your win rate or you increase your performance level. What do I mean by this? On days where you feel bad, suddenly you're revenge trading, you're tilting, and you're not taking the trades that you should have been taking. That obviously affects your win rate, right? So there are only 2 ways to do this. Increase your win rate or increase your performance, right? And the easiest thing to do is to increase your performance. Set of rules, the criteria that I've been advocating for, right? The 3 criteria. Now, how do we increase performance? That's where psychology comes into play, right? Your mental capacity, your mental health, your fear, your FOMO, your revenge trading, your tilt. That's something you should keep in check, because if you do not self-examine, then that will be your ruin. Suddenly, one day you're at 5% win rate because you're unable to regulate yourself, to self-regulate, to self-realize, self-reflect. Suddenly you're at 20% performance and you're at 5% win rate. And 5% win rate is very low. That's not good. Your risk of ruin of your account is significantly higher, right? So our goal is to be at this particular point, right? That's our goal. Obviously, you can't avoid this, but you can minimize it, okay? So, What the hell are you talking about? Right? Me ask me this. So let's bring out our calculator, shall we? Okay. So let's calculate all of our risk to reward. And because this is the percentage gain, 3%, 1.65. Then if you lose, it's minus 1%. All right. So let's just calculate it very quickly. 3 plus 1.65. Okay. Minus 1 plus 6. We lost here, minus 1. Plus 2.6. Plus 3. Okay. Doing good. Plus 7. And plus 2. So that puts us at a whopping 23% account gain in a span of, what is this? 2 months, guys. 2 months. Now this is at 100% performance because we've executed based on our rules. Everything has been executed perfectly. So our win rate is higher than 50% even. So when you have 2 losses and a lot more wins. Now, here is where things get interesting. Okay. So you execute like a robot whenever it pops up, sure. But we're human and we don't always see what we need to see. And in hindsight, this is obviously the best. But then, let's say you don't always work in our best, our best selves. So let me give an example. A very, very good example. Okay, look at this. Oh my goodness, I got stopped out and what was it? I just got swept and now we're trading above my entry. Oh my god, what happened here? The market maker hates me. I'm a shit trader. I'm just gonna get in. I'm gonna get in again. And okay, you lose again. Right? You lose again. Okay, that's fine. Lose again. That's absolutely fine. Now, can you tell me after 2 consecutive losses, you tell yourself, damn, I shouldn't have entered that trade. I should have just taken that L like a man. Right? Now you're down 2%. Right? Suddenly you're down 2%. And how am I gonna capitalize on the next win? Suddenly, look at this. You missed this move. I mean, there isn't much to do here. Like, I personally would have gotten after this move was done on the pullback. But what if you got FOMO? Like, you're like, oh my goodness, look at this. It's back to my original entry. Like right here. Back to my original entry. Oh my god. What if I just held this with no stop loss? See, this is your mind playing tricks on you, right? Self-sabotage. Okay. Oh my god, we're back at entry. I'm gonna enter again. You take the loss. And in hindsight, this does not look like a good trade. You're down 3%. Look at this. I see a demand zone. Possible. Oh my god. I'm done trading. I don't want to trade anymore. I'm down 4%. I don't want to trade anymore. My gains here, 3 plus 1.6. Suddenly, you're back to break even, and I don't want to trade anymore. So, this is devastating for your mind. Now, when the time comes for you to execute, you don't take this trade. Let's say you didn't take this trade. You didn't take it because you're too scared now. So, that 6RR trade that would have set you in profits, right? Suddenly you didn't take the trade and you're stuck in break even. And then guess what? You lose again. So now you're in the negative. So now you're losing your mind. You're kind of losing it here. Taking some bad trades now. Oh my goodness. Probably the bottom. They tell me to buy the dip. Probably the bottom. Don't worry. We're bottoming out here. Don't worry about it. We're bottoming out. Oh my goodness, we're bottoming out. And then guess what? It's suddenly trading above your stop losses. And you're like, oh my goodness, I should have just held again. And okay. I need to make up for my losses. I need to make up. I need to make up. I need to make up. And then you're stop lot again. Right? So this is what I'm saying. This is how you can mess up a perfectly good system. So you haven't won a single thing in that span. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 losses in a row. Because you were too scared to get in here. And I'm pretty sure you'll be scared to get in here as well. Because you're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get stopped out again. Right? So, can you really tell me? Can you tell me that you'll be at 100% performance at all times? Right? Can you tell me? Probably not. Because I'm not always 100% performance. But here's one thing for sure. I can tell you that I don't let my losses define me. Okay? So, what are we talking about? You took this L and you took it like a man. You told yourself, it's a numbers game. I'm bound to lose eventually. I won twice, I lost once. It's not that I'm a shit trader. It's just the law of numbers. You take this trade, you win. You take this trade, you lose. Let's say you revenge traded twice. Let's just say you revenge traded twice. So, okay, I'm on a 3-lose streak. Maybe I have to reevaluate my life. I need to self-reflect. I'm gonna take a day off to reflect on my feelings. You executed well again, and now you're back in profit, right? So, let's compute it again. 3 plus 1.6, 4.6 minus 1, 3.6. Plus 6.2, let's say that's 10. 10 minus 3, 7%. And 2.5 plus 3, 5.5 plus 7, you're up 12% again. So, I'm not telling you guys to trade perfectly all the time. That is the most ideal scenario. But what I'm telling you guys is to minimize tilt, minimize revenge trading. Okay? What you need to do is to accept losses. Accept that you're gonna lose. Nobody wins 100% of the time. Right? Nobody does. So, it's just a matter of, are my wins bigger than my losses? That's what you need to think about. And judging from our strategy, it is. We are profitable over a long period of time. And our wins very much outperform our losses. Okay? So, here's one thing that I need you guys to think about. 1. Accept the losses. Embrace it even. Learn from them. They do not define us. Okay? So, you're not a shit trader if you lose, but inversely, you are not a god if you always win. Okay? That god complex mindset is what gives you the overconfidence to, overbid. Suddenly you're bidding 10% of your account, you lose that and you're back to square one, right? It works both ways. Accept the losses, and inversely, your wins also do not define you. Your system does. Right? Your strategy does. 2. We are profitable over a long period of time. right? People always want to get rich quick, too quick, that they over risk. Now, us in a perfect scenario, we got 23% in a span of 2 months. This is considerably easy mode, right? And if you had a few tilt trades along the way, right? Because you're not always 100%, well, the conservative account gain could be at 15 to 18%, which is still big. Still big. $100,000 account, that's 15 to 18K. That's big. Okay. Lastly, opportunity is abundant. Okay? If you keep this in your minds, then you'll avoid FOMO. And if you avoid FOMO, you avoid tilt. Everything. With this in mind, opportunity is abundant. Okay? I want you guys to study this and put this to heart. Alright? Because nothing, and I mean nothing, none of what I teach you is gonna work if you let your brain, your mind, if you let it destroy you. Okay? So, like I've said, 50% strategy, 50% psychology. Okay? If you're lacking that 50%, if you lack the psychology, the 50% part of the equation, the strategy, will not be able to propel your account. Okay? You need that psychology. You need this. So, I admit it comes with experience. Yeah. You have to take a few losses along your career. And that's fine. Right? I have almost zeroed out quite a while. Quite many times. Back long time ago. Right? I would trade up and down. My account would go up and then almost zero and then up again and almost zero because of this. Because my psychology was weak, but my strategy was correct, right? Once I fixed my psychology, everything followed. Okay? You can sleep at night, right? Imagine if you're mad the whole week. You won't be able to sleep. You won't be able to function. Okay? So keep that in mind, and I'll see you on the next